Welcome to the 2019 FIM Junior Motocross World Championship, all the way from the very popular Italian circuit of Pietro Murata. Pietro Murata is famous for its base jumping, windsurfing in the lakes, and most importantly, my favourite, the huge amount of wineries all around us. Welcome to Pietro Murata, Italy. To the track, we have Team Italy, Veluccio Zacchi, and Team USA, Chase Jansa.
The start straight here in Italy takes us through a very fast left-hander over the foxhole shot line immediately and then into a very tight right-hand turn two. Off the step down, over the Scott tabletop jump, normally the finish line in MXGP. Then we step up into turn three, falls away on the exit into a slightly off-cambered left-hand turn, turn four. Perfect conditions here, loose, rocky, hard and slick. Through this left-hander onto this plateau. And then as we land here, carry that speed, dropping down over the Nils downhill. Hard on the brakes around about now to make this tight right 180. There'll be a choice of lines through there as well. It'll get choppy on the exit as the riders get on the gas and start changing gears. Options here, jump onto the plateau if you can make it. Through the left, over this little step down, through the valley, over the 20 metre or so tabletop jump, and then over this little single, and then we turn right. New little single there, or you can rail the outside, and at the end of the straight you have a double here, as you can see. Chase Jansa just clearing that to rail the outside, otherwise a tight left turn to the inside. Through this left-hand corner, a single to the inside, turn 12, always notorious here. Off-cambered, throttle control is going to be key. Over the crest, down the other side, into the slowest corner on this racetrack here at Trentino. Easy on the gas, that'll start to chop up as well on the exit. And then another slow corner at the top of the hill this time. Falling away on the exit into a fairly wide sweeping 180. Takes the riders back up the hill over the first of two tabletop jumps. The second one here arriving in a left-hand turn. You've got a single to the inside and then a short sharp jump, and then jumping downhill to the left is the back of the pit lane entrance, so this is turn 17. You can rail the berm around the outside, a short little jump. The start straight is to the right. Riders past pit lane here, about 110 metres or so through this fast left into the final corner, which is also turn two, and the finish line awaits immediately out of that turn. That's a lap of Trentino.
Now to race one, 65cc.
65cc World Cup Race 1, charging down the start straight on board here with Kaiden Minnaert of Australia, but it was Lotte van Drunen who grabbed the foxhole shot. Kai Wood second, Ashton Bougen of Great Britain was third as we go on board again with Minnaert through that first couple of corners. Comes out fifth behind Guy and Donson, but then later on in the lap, He was chasing Ashton Bougen just in front of him, 4:02. Got it wrong at the end of the straight. Both riders crashed from third and fourth. They did pick themselves up mid-pack though. It would be a long, hard fight through the field for both riders. That was Minnaert rejoining the race. But up front, it was Kai Woods, number 2, who led the way and was making it look very easy on his first visit to this Trentino circuit, right in the shadow of the Dolomite Mountains. Fear? What fear? This kid just putting in a stunning performance as he led the way, also for his country, Team Australia. Behind them, Lotte van Drunen, under pressure from Víclav Marek on the 479. Those two fighting over second and third place as they navigated this hillside circuit here in Italy, but it was Kai Woods who was completely dominating race 1. Eventually though, Víclav Marek did find his way past Van Drunen of the Netherlands to get himself into second, but by then this guy, Kai Woods, was long gone and making it look very easy at the head of the field. Rhys Jones on the outside here, riding for Team GB, made a good move around the outside of Václav Janut from the Czech Republic as he went after points. Kai Woods, though, started hitting traffic. Didn't slow him down any, though, on the number 2 machine. Víclav Marek. Van Drunen still just behind in third place, the only girl in the race. A little bit further back, Ladislav Cervenka of the Czech Republic was in 18th, but he was under pressure from Paolo Maturano of Italy. 1 or 2 back markers at the back, but Kai Woods into and out of the final turn. He was the winner in 65cc race 1. Official confirmation then, 65cc race 1, a win for Kai Woods, Marek second, Van Drunen third, Martinelli, Bougen, Donson, Isaacson and Minnaert, your top 8. After race 1, it's now time for race 2. Back on board here with Kaida Minnaert. Ashton Bougen, though, it was, who took the foxhole shot from Salvador Perez of Spain. Lotte van Drunen was in third. Back on board here with Minnaert as he gets squeezed in turn 2, but actually he comes out in around about 12th. And already going to work on his rivals, look, passing riders left, right and centre as he tried to get to the front early on. Up front, it was Ashton Bougen. He led the way. Perez was second, Van Drunen third, Guy Donson of the Netherlands fourth, Kai Woods, your winner from race 1, was in fifth. Woods and Perez were battling, and there was Víclav Marek, who also suffered from a bad start, but Ashton Bougen, Great Britain, leading the way on the number 402 machine. Really enjoying his time in the early stages of race 2 was Ashton Bougen, but coming downhill, Kai Woods found his way past Perez for third. The 65cc riders screaming around this racetrack. Back markers further down having their own little battles just outside of the points. As we said at the top of the broadcast, some of these riders are once in a lifetime ambition to be here. Bougen still led, but Woods was closing in for Australia in second place on the number 2 machine. Remember, he was your winner from race 1. Behind the back markers though, all of a sudden we had a new leader, Víclav Marek. He led the way, but Bougen, Van Drunen and Minnaert were all fighting over third place. Furious battles happening all over the track. Niccolo Manini and Mano 4 just inside the top 20. But Marek, a great fight back after a poor start. Bougen eventually came home in 11th after 1 or 2 problems. But your winner in race 2 was Víclav Marek. He was also the FIM Junior Motocross World Cup winner. Minnaert came home second, Woods was third, and there's your overall classification this weekend. Víclav Marek, Kai Woods, Lotte van Drunen, your top 3. Van Drunen going one better than she did a year ago in Australia. Trophy time then. And the winner's trophy going to your overall winner, Víclav Marek. Of course, this event means he will get a Scott mountain bike. Marco Galli, the manager of Scott, on hand to deliver. That won't be the first time we see Marco up there on the podium delivering mountain bikes to the winners. Mr. Tony Skillington, the FIM CEO, delivering the gold plate and later a gold medal to our winner. That was your top 3 this weekend, but here's our word now with Vyacheslav Merrick.
Now it's time for race 1, 85cc.
Moving up a gear now, 85cc race 1, FIM Junior Motocross World Championship. Carlis Albert Rezulis of Latvia with a fox hole shot from Matteo Russi on the 88 and Valerio Latta, but Latta already finding his way past his teammate before turn 3. He top 3 though early on, Rezulis, Latta and Russi. But before long, Valerio Latta took over the lead and was starting to disappear. Making it very easy, the homeboy coming here clearly with one thing on his mind, the intention of becoming FIM Junior World Champion. Good style as well at the bottom of the hill there. A little bit further back, his teammate, Ferruccio Zanchi, getting passed by Edgar Canet from Spain. But the Italian responded immediately and found his way back past the Spaniard. Took him a while though, finally got the job done at the end of pit lane. Carlis Rezulis found himself in 3rd. Back markers doing their bit again, just to keep the numbers high. There was Matteo Russi. He was making it, an Italian 1-2 with that 2nd position in the race. Further back though, frantic battle for 7th. Lucas Brun of Denmark, Ferruccio Zanchi and Edgar Canet all fighting over 7th place. Maxim Grau there as well. He came into view, went round the outside on that drop-off, pushing the Italian back a position. The track really starting to chew up. Perfect conditions here for this perfect event. Further back, Nick Romano, Team USA, found himself in 5th place, 10 seconds down on 4th place rider Edvard Bidzans of Latvia. But up front, it was the number 3, Valerio Latta, who was just in a class of his own, giving the Italian fans exactly what they came to see. And it was the number 3 who went on to win 85cc race 1. A stunning performance for the Italian. Official confirmation then. Valerio Latta, Matteo Russi, Carlis Rezulis, Edvard Bidzans, Nick Romano, Pruniers, Grau and Zanchi. '85cc race 2. This time, Valerio Latta with a foxhole shot by a country mile. Rezulis and Russi right there in 2nd and 3rd, but Russi fell, as you can see here from the GoPro of Zanchi, his teammate, who goes around the outside, picks off a few positions and into 3rd immediately. Just behind Grau. There's your top 3, Latta, Maxim Grau and Zanchi. 2 Italians in the first 3 again. But it was Valerio Latta, just as we saw in race 1, leading for Italy. Just behind him, the 2 French riders, Maxim Grau and his French teammate, Quinten Pruniers, but Sweden's Labam Alm sampled the Trentino dirt. On board here with Zanchi in 4th, chasing the French rider Pruniers, and Grau just ahead of him in 2nd place. Wringing every ounce of power out of these 85cc machines around this Trentino circuit. Valerio Latta, though, once again, on a different planet. The battle for 2nd was frantic. Grau, Prunier and Zanchi, 3 riders fighting over that 2nd place. Ferruccio Zanchi, though, he fell from 4th and was now out of the top 20. Nike Korsbeck and Ivano van Aert were going bar to bar inside the top 20. Korsbeck in black here. His race came to an end. On board there with Zanchi as he passes the fallen Nike Korsbeck, who would not rejoin the race. Maxim Grau eventually finished in 4th place, but was still enjoying his time at the front. After falling at turn 2, Carlis Rezulis worked his way to 8th, passing rider Kingsford of Australia along the way. And then in this battle of riders here, Ivano van Aert, 432, the 65 Junior World Cup winner in 2017, he found the going tough in Italy. Edvard Bidzans, 3rd, pushing Grau for 2nd late on in the race. Latta, though, he had other things on his mind. He was chasing down the leaders board. Bidzans, though, the former 65 European champion, fourth in race 1, now second in race 2. Still no match for Valerio Latta, though, who was sensational all weekend long. Bidzans just tiptoeing his way around some of these corners here. But it was Latta on his way to an impressive overall victory. Riders coming through thick and fast. At number 88, Matteo Rossi came back to 5th after his fall on the opening lap. Nick Romano there, number 11. Team USA, 5th in race 1, 7th in race 2 in the end. Good enough for 7th overall, the top American in any class this weekend. That was Rossi in 5th. But Latta put on a great show for the Italian fans. The only concern for him was the back markers late on in the race. Just saw a quick shot there of Junior. He came home in 3rd, but the winner was Latta. Bidzans was 2nd, Pruniers was 3rd. Official confirmation then. The FIM Junior World Motocross Champion Valerio Latta of Italy. Edvard Bidzans coming home 2nd. Matteo Rossi coming home 3rd. Then it was Pruniers in 4th, and Carlos Regulis was next. Just like at the opening ceremony on Friday, the Italian fans go wild. This time, though, because they've got an Italian on the top step of the podium. Luca Franzanelli, the vice president of the Moto Club here at Trentino, on hand to deliver a new hero, a World Championship trophy. 2 Italians on the podium this weekend, 1st and 3rd. Matteo Rossi doing his bit to keep Italy in the hunt. Another Scott mountain bike delivered to our 85cc winner this time, Valerio Latta. And Mr. Tony Skillington once again up onto the podium with an FIM gold plate. It's not until you get that FIM gold medal around your neck, though, that you realise what you've just achieved here. And Valerio Latta, the proudest rider on the podium after 2 hard-fought 85cc races.
Now to race 1, 125cc.
In the highly anticipated 125cc race, it was Joel Rizzi on the RFX KTM who grabbed the first foxhole shot of the weekend. Simon Langenfelder was 2nd, Håkan Osterhagen was 3rd, and Mattia Guadagnini coming out of that first turn in 5th place for Italy. Dropping downhill for the first time, Rizzi, Osterhagen, Maiko Vetic, but Rizzi led the way as Guadagnini moved into 3rd there, just towards the bottom of the hill on the 101. As they popped up over the other side of the hill, it was Rizzi, Osterhagen, Guadagnini now in 3rd, and Maiko Vetic in 4th on the 651 machine. Frantic action at the head of field in the early stages of the race. Xavier Cazel here, just front of shot from France, and Axel Sen buried mid-pack, producing some of their own little fireworks here. Meanwhile, back up front, Rizzi now in 2nd. He'd been passed by Guadagnini, Langenfelder, Vetic, Tom Guyon coming into the mix there, 27, and Mike Guerder of Switzerland just off the back of that group in 6th place. Guadagnini, though, out on his own, the current European Championship leader, clearly enjoying the occasion here, riding in front of the home fans in Italy. Making it look very easy as well. I'm sure he's done more than his fair share of laps around here. Joel Rizzi, though, under attack from Guyon as they battled over 2nd place. Langenfelder just in the background there in 4th place. But Guadagnini just minding his own business, clipped off another lap at the head of the field. Atmosphere starting to build here. Pretty much knows every inch of this Trentino racetrack as the 101 on the Maddie Race in Husqvarna. Certainly giving the home fans something to cheer about, that's for sure. Especially after the success of the Italians in the 85cc category. Tom Guyon finally got himself into 2nd, Rizzi was 3rd, Langenfelder 4th, Vetic was in 5th, Guerder was in 6th place, but Guyon, now that he got clear track, couldn't do anything about Guadagnini, who was just too good in race 1. He was already wishing he'd made a better start to challenge the Italian. Back markers again. Just doing their bit. You never know when they get the opportunity again. Guadagnini, though, continued to lead. There was Mike Guerda. He made his way to third for Team Switzerland. But all eyes on Guadagnini on the Medi Racing Husqvarna. His teammate, Alessandro Facca, could only manage 28th in race 1, though. He'll be disappointed with that on the number 29 machine. Guyon already looking towards race 2 to challenge Guadagnini for the win. There was Kjell Verbruggen of the Netherlands, the best Dutch rider in 11th, one position ahead of his teammate Kai de Wolf, who was hoping for better this weekend. Guadagnini entered the final lap, though, with 16 seconds in hand over Guyon. And it was Guadagnini who went on to win race 1. Guyon was second, Guerda was third. The final race of the weekend, 125 race 2. This time your winner from race 1, Mattia Guadagnini, with a foxhole shot from Guyon Osterhagen. Another good start for the Norwegian rider. Out of the second corner, Guadagnini led Osterhagen. Guyon was third, Mike Guerda fourth, Joel Ritzy was in 5th place. Guadagnini, though, was leading the way. Guyon right behind him this time. Could the French rider challenge the Italian this time around? Well, he made a pretty good fist of it, did the rider number 27 on the KTM. A little bit further back, the rest of the pack trying to sort themselves out in the early stages of the race. Kjell Verbruggen, though, fell. He was an early faller. He would not finish the race. Guadagnini continued to lead. It was an intense battle for the lead, with Guyon pushing him all the way. Guerda, this time, a solid performance from the Swiss rider, got into third early on and stayed there. But Guadagnini knew he couldn't afford to make any mistakes. He needed to stay ahead of Guyon to be crowned world champion. Camden McClellan, last year's 85cc European champion from South Africa. He was 9th in race 1. He was now up into 5th in the second race and looking at 6th overall. Good performance for the rider who was expecting top 10 this weekend. But it was an intense battle at the head of the field for almost the entire race between these two, Guadagnini and Tom Guyon. They were never more than 2 seconds apart. There was Kai de Wolf and Eddie Wade. They were just behind Sam Nielsen, who finished 10th in the race. Guyon, though, he made a mistake. That cost him a shot at the title. He retained second position in the race. It was a brief slip, maybe a brief lapse in concentration from the young French rider. But that just meant that Guadagnini could afford a little bit of relaxation time, if you see the funny side of that. But Guerda, solid. Looking at third in race 1, a third in race 2. He was going to be third overall. No doubt about the winner, though. Guadagnini made it a 1-1. Fantastic performance here at front of his home fans. Official confirmation then. Mattia Guadagnini, your overall winner. Tom Guyon second, Mike Guerda third. Langenfeld and Ritzy ran in at the top 5 from McClellan, Wade and Sam Nielsen. 8th overall. He'll be made up with that performance for the young Swiss Spaniard. Or Swedish Spaniard, I should say. But the podium looks like that. Mattia Guadagnini, Tom Guyon and Mike Guerda. 1-1, 2-2, 3-3 for the top 3 riders this weekend. But he missed out on this last year, didn't he? Just heard him there in the interview. 2 laps to go. It was Bailey Malkovich who was the winner last year on home soil in Australia. This year it's Mattia Guadagnini. Another Scott mountain delivered to the winner in the 125 class. FIM gold plates, FIM gold medals. Mattia Guadagnini finally realises one of his youthful ambitions, becoming FIM Junior World Champion.
You dominated this weekend, so how are you feeling?
Oh, that's amazing. I won the 2 races, take 2 good start, and we as a team, Team Italy, perfect weekend.
Aside from the individual honours, of course, there is the classification for the FIM Junior Motocross World Championship national team. Italy were victorious this weekend. France came home second. Great Britain made it to the podium, third overall. But was there any doubt that the Italians would win on home soil this weekend? Who knows? Of course, they all receive gold medals, gold plates. Thomas Traversini there, the team manager, ex-racer of course, does a fantastic job for Team Italy. For the juniors and the seniors as well, don't forget. But a memorable occasion here for Team Italy and their riders and their supporters and their families. Who knows, will they get to stand on the top step again in the future? Well, if they don't, they've enjoyed every moment of this one at Pietramarata Trentino. Of course, we will look forward to seeing those challenging for top honours again next year. Congratulations, though, to all riders and teams who took part this weekend. Tony Skillington once again on hand. He's already delivered the FIM gold plates, this time the medals to the winners. It's just a small selection of the Italian team this weekend, and of course Great Britain in third and France in second, but they will all get medals. Team Italy, the FIM Junior World Championship Nations winners 2019.
Well, that's it, and we have our winners. Congratulations to Team Italy! That's it for this year for the 2019 FIM Junior Motocross World Championships. We'll see you next year.